welcome to my craft room. This is Terry Duncan with Cut, Color, and Create, and I've got some fun things to show you today. I'm still enamored with the new DIY color deck from Spellbinders. So I wanted to show you a color palette that I've chosen to go with the newest Spellbinders May club kits. That's what we're going to look at today, is the cards made with those kits. So this is the piece of artwork that I chose, and you can see that I've created a color palette, but there's so many pretty colors in that I couldn't help but pick a couple more colors. And then like I have been doing, I also created a cheat sheet so that I can refer to that. When I show you the cards, you'll see that there is a school theme to the clubs. And so I wanted to go with primary colors. That's part of the reason why this art spoke to me when I was looking for something to select colors. So let's jump into looking at the cards I made. This first one is using the clear stamp and die set. And you can see that I stuck with my color palette. I even liked the background in this artwork, so I took a piece of Malibu cardstock and blended a little bit of the twisted citron onto the corners. The twisted citron coordinates very well with the peridot cardstock. And so I kept it fairly simple. I used kind of a cute little die to create a frame for the main characters. So that's the clear stamp and die set. Next is the large die set. And this I kept very clean and simple. I wanted to make my card look like a chalkboard. And one of the best ways you can do to create that effect with chalk on the board is using white pigment ink on black cardstock. So that's exactly what I've done. Put a little apple there. I thought that was darling. And then just created the little tray to catch the chalk and erasers. And I did use the little flap that the die creates to add to just an A2 piece of cardstock, and I stamped a little crayon on the inside. So that's my second card. My third card is using the 3D embossing folder from the club this month. I loved the design, but I thought I could step it up by using the different colors of my palette, trimming them with my trimmer to make different colored books, and it turned out beautifully. Then I used a little bit of ink in between each of them to give it some dimension, and I actually pulled a stamp out from a year ago March for the sentiment. And then the last card is made with the stencil club for this month, and I went with a little more pastel version of our colorway because I wanted the pencils to look very realistic. And I originally planned to make this a background, but it was so cute that I really wanted to pop it up. So I used the notch corner die set to help frame that design, and then heat embossed the sentiment to really make it shine. So those are the 4 cards. I encourage you to look at all of the clubs. And one of the things that is really fun, part of why I wanted to do this today, was to show you that it is really fun to coordinate, so mix and match between the clubs for each month. Spellbinders does a beautiful job of coordinating them so that you do have a good selection to choose from when you're making cards. Now there's one other thing that I do want to show you, and that is, what do I do? How do I store these multiple different products from each month? And I've found that there's a couple of things. One, while I'm making my cards, I like to use the craft Stax. So this is just the lid. And you can see that I've got the dies from the clear stamp and die set. Those are wrapped around the edge here. And then the dies from the large die set of the month are here in the corner. And I put the packaging underneath. Again, like I said, oh, there's a couple extras. I store them in the lid. There's a bottom that goes with it too. I've got another project in the bottom. So there's multiple uses, but this is, I find these very, very handy. And then the other thing that I wanted to show you was these large storage pouches. So they are super handy, especially when you have collections of things. That is where I'm going to put all the things from this month. I'll just show you what I've done for March. I always make labels for them so that I know what's in there. But they're open on top. You can get a lot in them. They are accordion pleated, so there's a lot that you can fit in one of those. And I just keep all of my monthly kits in these, so it's easy to find. I keep them in order. And so I've got extra die cuts. Even those would be able to fit into a pocket, so that everything is kept together, easy to find. And that's it for this month. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed my cards, and I hope to see what you make with this month's kits. Bye for now.